Oh, there we go. Clear the energies. You want to burn a little more. Get a nice smudge going for all of us. So yeah, I hope you guys are all well. There we go. Here we go. All right. Now we got it. Lord Joseph, welcome in. Welcome in. Here's some smudge just for you. Holy evergreen. I burn the holy evergreen. It represents life. So let's see. What's going on? So what's up with everyone? Hold on. Lawrence, Christine, hi, how are you? I don't really know what I want to do on here. I've got some oracle cards, and I was like, I used to do readings with these oracle cards a while ago. I haven't done that in a while, and I was thinking that might be fun. And then I've got these other ones, which is what's the tea, which could also be fun. Or we could just do tarot. But I wanted to kind of point out something about the tarot, okay? Because, I've been doing tarot since I was a kid. Oh, you're welcome, Lord Joseph. Many blessings to you. But, it's really important to learn the traditional tarot, because somebody came into my comments and had mentioned that they thought they would like to learn how to read tarot. Do it. It's a great guide. It can kind of help you kind of maneuver through your life, if you know how to pull cards. But, the traditional Rider-Waite, it's important. Okay, it's important to learn the traditional cards. And look, we have the Nine of Cups here. So there's so much to a card, all right? So let's all get a wish, all right? We pulled the wish card. Let's talk about it, but there's so much to one card. We've got this beautiful yellow in the background. So the yellow always signifies, happiness. We're going to be really, really happy. This is what I want. This is the Nine of Cups. It's like you were tired of, trying to make things happen. You left something hoping for something better. And here, notice that there's this, curtain. Nobody ever talks about the curtain. The curtain's very important, and his arms are crossed. So when we look at a card, there's so much to it, because, maybe secretly, you have behind the curtain, you have this wish, this desire, but you don't want people to know about it. You're very, very closed about it. So the cards, they have so much depth. And then when it sits with the card next to it, it's a whole other message. Anyway, just a little tarot update for you guys, because, I think, my goal is that you guys can understand the cards the way I can, because there's no reason why we can't together all read tarot. All right, but let's look at, let's use the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. I like her. Optimistic Troll, welcome in. My life, my story. Hello, hello. Bacon is cool. I had a conversation with someone the other day about bacon. Because there's this part of me that as much as I like bacon, I can live without it. But the smell of bacon, do you know what I mean? It's up there with fried onions, those kind of things. Chocolate chip cookies baking or whatever. Anyway, Lord Joseph, many, many thanks for your continued support here on my channel. All right, let's see. I'm going to pull some cards. Let's do a collective reading. There's a lot going on in the world. We are in a Mercury retrograde, right? All kinds of stuff happening, right? But we want to hone in more on us. Should I do all the zodiacs, or, maybe I can just pull an oracle card? Ooh, let's do that today. I haven't done this in a while. All right, let's pull an oracle card, all right? So if you guys want just general guidance, I'll start with an oracle card, and then I'll just kind of tune in and see what I feel, okay? That would be kind of cool, huh? All right, let's see. Lauren, we'll start with you, Lawrence, Christine. Ooh, look at that. The yang energy came out. Can I see my energy now? Look at that. This is your energy, that of the yang. And you're asking about when you're going to get married. Now, we have the card of, this number is 1. A lot of times, I like to associate it with like, well, if it was a tarot card, this would indicate to me, that this could be the magician. So I feel as if, your energy right now is very magical. And if you are wondering whether or not there is someone, I do feel as if there is somebody. Look, we have the observer with this yang masculine energy. There could be somebody who has their eye on you. I mean, if you are looking and you want to get married, I definitely feel like there is somebody out there for you. What's at the bottom of the deck? But the bottom of the deck, I have clean it up. So I feel like there's some things that you need to kind of clear up, to prepare yourself for such a commitment. But anyway, that's what I got for you. Did that work? Classy girl, welcome in. Nice to see you, Prince Kyriakos, is that what you say? Gibraltar. Nice to see you, Gibraltar. All right, let's see. I think I'm going to read, pull cards for you from the tarot because that's where I'm comfortable. Do you know what I mean? And if you say pull from one of the oracle decks, we'll pull from one of the oracle decks. Because this one, what's the T? Very interesting. So, you want to, let's find out what the T is on me. All right. All right, I'll open myself up to total vulnerability and kind of see what is the T on me when I pull this card. Because this is a new deck that I got, and I just think this could probably, take us in places that maybe we want to go and explore or not. We'll see. Anyway, what's the T on Raven Black Star? What can you tell me to tell Raven? So the T is girl fight. Arguments, physical fight, at war, competing. Girl fight. I don't know about that. Well, I will tell you, I have had to actually stand up against some of my own personal girlfriends because we have a situation going on in our community. And it's, it has to do with, my ex-husband, but he's a very important person within the community, just for who he is. And I have had to really put my foot down when it comes to how I choose to handle the situation, because he's put me in charge of everything. So it was interesting. So yeah, girl fight. It could be, they're showing up tomorrow. You never know. Anyway, that's what I got. But see, I just find more accuracy when I do the tarot. So this is why we're going to go back to the tarot. All right, so eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. Let's do the Everyday Witch Tarot. All right, let's see who is out there. All right, Lauren, let me put you a card. I'm going to start back over with you, all right? Oh, thanks, classy girl. I'm in my color. People have told me that my color is wine. I resisted it for many years, but I don't know. I always end up in this color. And I actually dyed the dress this color. So, thank you, because it works. All right, Lawrence, Christine, I'm going to start with you. I'm with my reliable tarot card. So let's read tarot and find out what's going on for your energy right now. Can I see it? When am I married? When are you going to get married? Well, I definitely saw you were going to get married. Four of Swords. Again, the clean it up. I feel like you need to give things a rest right now. You might have been through something that was really, really hard, Lauren. And I just feel like, you need to just kind of just let things be, right? I think in time, I did see that you will eventually get married. But I don't feel like you need to rush it. Because I think there's a lot that you have been through that now you have to grow into you to make you this incredible human being that this person is just going to just be all over the moon in wanting to meet you. But you need to be really ready, like I said. So there is some energy that we saw with that oracle card around you, Lauren. I mean, I'm picking on you a little bit because we started with you with that oracle card, and I can't dismiss the reading from there. And I just feel as if there is something that you just need to it could be somebody from your past who hurt you. You just don't want to go into the next relationship with that kind of ick. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the universe is saying, Lauren, take a little bit of time for yourself. All right? All right, let's see who's next. Gibraltar, you found a bag on Amazon you really love. Oh, nice. You want to buy it. But I do, money will be tight. Oh, should I buy it now or next month? So, but if you buy it, that would be motivation, right? Right, Gibraltar? All right, let's see. All right, let's find out. Should you buy the bag now? Let's start there. Should you buy the bag now? All right, we'll kind of keep it really simple. Myself, my intuition was wait till next month, because next month is next week. Do you know what I mean? So if you wait just until next month, I feel like you would be okay. So my intuition says, Gibraltar, wait, okay, and you'll be okay. But let's see what the cards have to say. Let's see. Seven of Swords. Yeah, see, I just feel like if you do, you're going to regret it. Do you know what I mean? You know, don't let it be an impulse buy. Is it going to be there next week? Next week is August. I think next Thursday. Is it going to be there on Thursday? That same bag, you know, on Amazon? Yes. All right. So hands in your pockets. All right. That's what I got for you, Gibraltar. Osman, how am I? I am really, really good. Just kind of hanging out on a Saturday morning. Is this paid reading only? No, classy girl. I just want you to just hit the like button. I want you to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I mean, that's really all I ask. But when, you know, you throw out a little tip for the tarot reader, it really just makes me feel good. You know, there's a lesson I was taught a long time ago around money. All right, money's dirty, all right? And money's one of these hard things. And I've really struggled with, you know, feeling like I could be successful and, you know, having a little money in my pocket. But one of the things that I was told a long time ago by a wonderful, wonderful old man, friend of mine, and he said, you know, it's about respect, this exchange of money. You know, for me to come on here all the time, I do it because I really enjoy it. I love to do it. I mean, honestly, I have a good time. I love all of you guys. I enjoy the vibe and all of that. So I do it because I love to do it. But when I get a tip, you know, it kind of says I'm being appreciated. It's an even exchange of respect. It's just like, it's not all, you know, you guys take from Raven. You know, sometimes you give back a little bit to Raven. And that feels good. And that's, you know, that balance of give and take, you know, of the Six of Pentacles, you know, even give and take. So I appreciate that. So I really appreciate all of that. So just saying. All right, let's see. Osman, you would like to know, will you get the custody of your daughter? Ooh, let's find out, Osman. Grateful, thankful for my friend Osman. Important question here. Let's see what's going on for Osman. Looking for a good outcome for Osman. Ooh, I just got chills. Okay, let's find out. You know, you are definitely... oh, I'm going to cry. Oh my gosh, this doesn't happen very often. But Osman, when it comes to this, you just have to believe that you have divine guidance supporting you in this. Just got to say that, right? So that really touched me. So I really feel it's important for me to tell you that. Let's see what the card has to say. Queen of Cups. Yes, you know, I feel as if, you know, when we have the energy of the Queen of Cups, I feel like this is a very loving, nurturing quality. All right. And when we have the Queen of Cups, it's like somebody comes along to help heal the situation. So I really feel like, you know, there is a good outcome. And I feel like somebody sees you. Do you know what I mean? Which helps your outcome. So anyway, just a good spirit for you is what I felt. All right, Austin. That's what I got for you. Classy girl. Oh, wait a second. There was somebody right before you. Oh, no. You're next. Hi, Leela. How are you? Classy girl. Let's find out. Thank you for the new subscription. 1111. A new beginning, a new portal, a new direction. I love it, classy girl. All right, let's see. New subscriber to my new friend. She sure is classy. What's coming towards her? What can you tell me to tell, classy girl? Oh, I have to pull a wisdom card for you. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to pull a tarot, but I just got that it's important that I pull a wisdom card. And I think this is why. Very classy girl. We have the Fool card coming in reversed to the Seven of Pentacles also reversed. Be careful, all right? Because if you start something that you're not really clear about, and like it's a gamble, a risk or something, I don't see it paying off for you. I just don't. Oh, there's that card for you. Soulmate. It could be, you know, somebody who's trying to get you to do something or start something with them, and they came up reversed. They don't have your best interests, all right? So just got to keep it real, classy girl. Orphaned, you know, it's coming in reversed as well. I feel as if, you know, you are really dodging a bullet if you just kind of heed the advice of the cards and not jump in and do something with someone that could, in the end, be not good for you. All right, classy girl, that's what I got for you. All right, let's see. Blue Star Tarot, welcome in. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me go back, all right? I'll go back. I got to backtrack because we got Suchi Sharma would like a current situation with Shalu. I'm just trying to keep it in order because there's not a whole lot of you guys, and you know, while it's not very busy, I want to get you all. All right, let's see what's going on for Suchi. Current situation of Shalu. What can you tell me about the current situation of Shalu? Grateful, thankful for the messages. What can you tell me about the current situation with Shalu? What's going on? All right, Death card. I see it coming to an end. I mean, I think whatever it is, the situation, you've been hanging on to it by a thread. Because here, do you see that thread? You know, it's time to just kind of cut the cord. This door, there's another door that's waiting to be opened. It's already popped open, you know, but until you cut that thread, you can't go through that door. So I feel like that's your next step, Suchi. Right? All right, let's see. Who's next? Blue Star Tarot. I like your name. How can you get back inside? Inside of what? Hold on. Please tell me any message. And then you say, how can I get back? Wait, did I miss something, Blue Tarot? Blue Star? How can you get back inside? Please tell you any message. All right, listen, Blue Star. I'm going to tell you any message I can tell you, right? I am going to cut the cards, clear the cards. I feel like, oh, wait. Oh, and then I'll come back. Who was it I was telling? Classy girl, I've got to pull you an oracle card. Or did I already? I'm already confused. Here and now. Be present, classy girl. All right, let's see what's going on. Blue Star Tarot. Messages are just kind of coming in. I got to get control. I can feel a lot of channeling. All right, let's see what's going on for you, Blue Star Tarot. All right, look, we got the Nine of Cups to the Knight of Wands. So, Blue Star, I feel as if, you know, you may have met someone, all right? And I think there's something about them that bothers you, all right? Because it could be like this is somebody you really admire, you like. I mean, the Knight of Wands is somebody really great. I mean, this is somebody who's happy, they have a good time, they like to travel, they're inquisitive, you know, like they're interesting, right? This is an interesting person. But there's something about them that bothers you. And it's like you've been waiting for them, you know, and it's just like, I'm going to tell you this, all right? Do not go looking for something because you will find it, all right? If you know what I mean. If you are looking for the negative of whatever is going on with this person, you're going to find it. So don't go there, all right? You know, just let your intuition kind of let whatever it is that's bothering you about this person unfold. And I think you're going to have a much better outcome. All right, Blue Star, that's what I got for you. All right, Eslila, what's going on? How may I improve relationships with my daughter? Oh, knock, knock. That, I'm going to pull an oracle card, okay? Let's find out. Let's find out. S. Leela, looking to improve the relationship with her daughter. What can you tell me to tell Leela about the situation with her daughter? I was one of those. I was a difficult daughter. I'm sorry, Mom. She's long gone, but I wasn't easy. All right, S. Leela, let's find out what's going on and what can we get for advice between you and your daughter. So what we get is time for a nap. All right, so it came up reverse. So immediately what I picked up as Leela is that what you need to do is let things, give it a rest. All right, is what came to mind. Give it a rest. So if it's one of those things you keep, badgering at each other, you're not going to get anywhere, and this says take a nap, so time for a nap. I feel like sometimes some things aren't worth continuing the conversation. It's almost like, what's coming to mind is the Five of Swords. All right, and Five of Swords energy, it's like there's arguing, there's fighting, we're not getting along, somebody has to have the last word. If we flip that card around, and I know I'm not showing it, but it's what's coming to my third eye, if you want to call it that. If we turn the Five of Swords around, this is about picking your battles. And I think that's the key message here for you is just, not everything is worth the argument. Not everything is worth the fight. Sometimes, coming in from a new angle is going to get you a lot better, results with her. And, time for a nap. I think the fight, it just needs to stop. Because we have see this fox in there, and then we have the moon. And I almost feel like, if there's all these accusations, assumptions, or, what are you doing? And you're just like all of these questions. I feel like, even she wants you to put it to a rest, because I don't think it's that bad. Okay? And here, to be fair, yeah, I think you got to find the balance. And if there are situations and things that are going on with her, Leela, I'm just feeling like with this blessed energy, it's just like you need to pull back and let the energy unfold, all right? She didn't come back home last night. Yeah, she was out. See, she didn't sleep. Yeah. It's so funny. I just was reminded of what my mom did to me when I came home, and I was out all night. She didn't say a word. She didn't say a word. She didn't really talk to me. She wasn't nice to me. She wasn't mean to me. She just said nothing. And that, I got to tell you, man, got to me more than anything. Because I couldn't read her. I was like, am I in trouble? Am I not in trouble? What does she really think? Did she call the cops on me? Did she not? I'm kind of getting a little bit of that. Anyway, kids are tough. All right, let's see. I believe, let's get some tea on Lord Joseph. My good friend, Lord Joseph. I want to pull an oracle card for you, and then I'm going to pull a tarot card. All right? Lord Joseph is opening himself up for us to see what is going on. Let's have some tea. Oh, wait. Tea. We got to use the other deck. Let's find out, Lord Joseph. All right. Let's be brave. Let's enter new territory. All right, together, you and me, we're going to explore this deck. What's the tea on Lord Joseph? What can you tell me to tell Lord Joseph? What is the tea on Lord Joseph? One more shuffle for you, and then we'll move on. How are you guys? Thanks for being here. I really appreciate you all. Thanks for all the likes, the comments, the shares, the subscribes, the super chats. Oh, this card wanted to stay out. Shine. Your light irritates their demons. I love it. I have to tell you, I feel like this is appropriate. And I don't even know you. But I just feel like, you have an air to you, Lord Joseph, that, I think, it crawls under people's skin more because they wish that they could have some of that vibrancy that you really have. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know, and I wonder whether, you know, some people try to look and see how they can tarnish that shine of yours. Um, and I say that because the bottom of the deck, we have bad reputation. You know, so, you know, your light irritates their demons. So I feel as if there is someone out there that, I mean, you just really kind of, you get under their skin. I like it, you know, because, you know, you're shining bright, Lord Joseph. You are shining bright. Thanks for the 10. Oh, I got chills on that. All right, let's see. Let's pull. Should we pull a tarot card at this point? I think that was good. Maybe we should leave. We should leave well enough alone, huh? Let me pull a tarot card for you because I'm shuffling for you. And you've been so generous and so kind. I really appreciate it. All right, let's see what's going on. Give me a card for Lord Joseph. We got the T. See, that's a fun deck, you know, because it's really a wild card. So if you guys want me to pull from that deck, you let me know, all right? And we could pull that card, you know, on somebody that you want to know what's going on with them, you know, if you want to snoop around a little bit. Do some cyber stalking through the tarot. All right, Lord Joseph, let's see what tarot card wants to come out for you. We have the Lover's card. So I do feel as if there's a really divine partnership that you're aligning yourself with. And, you know, I think it could really lead to something really beautiful. I like the energy in this Lover's card because I feel as if, you know, this other person can really complement you and you the same with them. And, you know, when we have the Lover's card, a lot of times the person, it's their differences that we really love that really kind of help. The compliment, do you know what I mean? It's the other person has what you lack and you have what they lack. You know, it's a great little thing. But great reading for you, Lord Joseph. Great, great reading. Very happy with you. Okay? All right, let's move on. That was good. All right. John Peter. Police job chances. Oh, police job. What are your chances? I hope that means job, right? Right, John Peter. Let's find out. John Peter. All right. And I'm going to ask you this, John Peter. Please don't spam in the comments because that's a good way for me not to answer a question. All right. And we haven't had a lot of that going on, but I see that you're starting to repeat the question. I'm going to try to get to everybody, so just relax, all right? We're not that busy. When I get busy, that's when it gets a little hard, you know. All right, let's see what's going on, John Peter. Let's see. Chances of getting that police job, yes or no? What can the tarot tell me for John Peter? Yes or no? So, you know, there's a hesitancy, I think, on your part. All right, John Peter, because we have the Chariot. And, you know, when it's yes, okay, the Chariot is moving towards getting that job. And I just feel as if there's a block or something. And like I'm saying, it's on your end because I have the Judgment card. All right, that you've just got to believe that if you want this job, you're going to get it. All right, so that block, it's time to remove it. All right, John Peter, so that you can get that job once and for all. VH. VH, stop seeking $15 cards for guidance and seek God. He made you, so he knows what's best for you. All right, that was a message from VH. Noted. Diana, what's going on? You bought some vacation days to drive to Wisconsin. You're in the middle of this immigration status. He doesn't want to go. Should we take it anyway? Paid for. It would be okay. Ooh. Diana, let's find out what the cards have to say because, you know, shoo. Times are tough up that way. All around, but, you know. The whole thing with the immigration status right now. Let's see. Let's see what the cards have to say. Should you go on vacation or not? All right, we've got the Four of Pentacles. I just feel like it's not the right time. The Four of Pentacles, you're sitting on this chest, maybe it's not time. Yeah, it would be really great. We've got this window open here. Maybe it'd be really great, but there's something about it that's really, you're feeling, I think you're feeling that maybe you shouldn't go. Queen of Swords, there you are, the Queen of Swords. So I feel like, if you can postpone it for a later time, you'll probably be better off. Because it's just, you got to follow your gut. And if you have that feeling like we shouldn't go, don't go, right? Really important to follow through on those hunches. All right, let's see. How can you get back inside? I don't know what that means, Blue Star Tarot. Oh, Austin, thank you. Oh my gosh, Osman, man, that was just, it was powerful what I was feeling. Anyway, don't worry about the tip. It goes around. Do something good for someone. That'll work for me. Relaxing sounds. What do you need to know about the person in your mind? I hope you're still out there, relaxing sounds. You could be, maybe. All right, relaxing sounds. What's going on? What do you need to know about the person on your mind? What can you tell me to tell relaxing sounds? Knight of Wands coming in reverse to the Two of Swords. All right, so I feel like you're at a point where you're ready to just, give it up. I only have the Two of Swords. This is you saying, I've got to make a decision here. And with this, Knight of Wands coming in reverse, this is like cutting your losses. Look, you're going to make the good decision. I just feel like, when it comes to this person, I think you've tried and it's just not working. And the minute you make the decision as to what you want to do, I feel like everything changes for you, because then we have the Wheel of Fortune. But you got to make this decision that you've been putting off and putting off. But the Nine of Wands says you already know, that this is it. What you see is what you get. It's not going to go any further. So yeah, I feel like you're at that point. Make that decision, because the minute you make that decision, everything turns in a better way for you. All right, that's what I got for you. Relaxing sounds. Tay, welcome in. Loretta, hi Loretta, nice to see you. Johnny Lombard. Let's do a reading for you, and then I'll jump down to Tay. Nice to see you guys. Welcome in. I hope that helped. Relaxing sounds. You do sound meditation? All right, let's see. Johnny Lombard. Let's find out. What message can I give Johnny? Grateful, thankful for the messages for Johnny coming in, being supportive, being a part of my channel. It's nice to see new people coming in. Ace of Pentacles. Maybe he's been in before, maybe not, but I don't know. But look, Johnny, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. I feel as if you are very focused, on starting something. Right? And here, you're holding up that coin, like you can see it, you can taste it. You may have been given recently an opportunity, to make this happen. But I just see something really, really good when it comes to money, a new turn, a new job, and, even a new idea that could really manifest into something really big for you, Johnny. So I like that. Tay, let's give you a love reading. Grateful, thankful. Hi, Amruta. How are you? Linda Swan, how are you? Nice to see you. All right, Tay, let's find out what's going on. Sandeep, when is your $1 million coming? Hopefully when I get mine. All right, Tay, let's find out what's going on for you. Grateful, thankful for the messages for Tay. Tay would like a love reading. What can you tell me? Tell Tay. All right, let's see. All right, we got the Page of Pentacles coming in reverse to the Page of Cups. All right, something's not getting off the ground. If there was something that you really wanted to do, all right, with this Page of Cups coming in reversed, You get some news. It's like, you know, maybe you don't get to do it. Maybe you don't get into this program. Maybe you don't get to do this thing that you really wanted to do. So let's pull one more card. But hang in there, because I feel we've got the star card here. So I think things are going to turn around, right? Maybe not right now, but I think things are going to turn. You know, a test of faith here would go a long way. If you have children, I don't know if you do, and they're not getting along, Tay, then, you know, or this could be two young people not getting along that you really want them to get along. You know, I also see that that could be a scenario. With the star card, listen, there's going to be a good outcome. You just have to have faith, all right? So I got for you, Tay. All right, let's see what's going on. Let's go. What's going on with Diana? You have an option to work at your mom's business. You're welcome, Tay. All right, let's find out, Diana. Let's find out first. What's the energy around her going to work for her mom's business? What can you tell me about her mom's business? How will that resonate for her? Will it cramp her style, or will it add to her style? King of Pentacles. I don't feel like that's what you want to do. I mean, it's coming in reverse, and I don't think it's going to give you the money that, you know, you are after right now. So when it comes to the schools, in comparison, Ten of Swords, you know, I feel as if, you know, it could end, you know, a hardship that you might have been going through. So I'm feeling like I'm leaning towards the schools, and especially if you don't want to do the business that your mom has. You know, I mean, you're looking for the money right now, and you want to do something that you love. All right. And, you know, if you can do some stepping stones, you know, and go in and test the groundwaters, you know, the school brings you some security. But it's difficult, you know, it's a really difficult thing. And I think, you know, being in the school system isn't going to be easy either. But I do see that you're going to end up having money, all right? So I honestly don't think either one is your best option. But I do see you having some money. All right. That's what I got for you, Diana. All right, let's see what's going on. Who's next? Amruta, why are you feeling so irritable recently? It's not your nature. Oh, no. An undercurrent. It could be just change. Do you know what I mean? You're welcome, Diana. You know, Amruta, sometimes, you know, when we know that, you know, something's changing, or we need to change, or something's about to happen, you know, we get that unsettled feeling. So let's see what card comes out for you, Amruta, as to why you're feeling so irritable. See, there's what's bothering you, I think, is that you're sitting on the fence in a situation that you need to leave. All right, because if we're in a place of the comfort zone, all right, listen, the magic happens when we get out of our comfort zone. I mean, truly. And I feel as if there is something that you would want to leave. You haven't left it. We've got the Eight of Cups. You're hanging in there. But listen, if you leave, you walk right towards that wish, what it is that you really, really want. So I think, you know, there is some kind of something that's holding you back from really kind of moving towards something that would make you really happy. So dig deep. Well, that's all I got for you, Amrut. I can't pull anything more. Hi, Roxanne. How are you? All right, Sandeep wants to know when the new business is going to become a multi-million-dollar business. Anything you can tell me on Sandeep's million-dollar enterprise? I'd love to see the Emperor come out for you. Hi, Maui. How are you? Ooh, Page of Pentacles. I like that. So, listen, I think you're at the start. You know, if you have started a business, this Page of Pentacles, you know, you can't question it, because we do have your castle over here, and this is pointed. It's your destiny. So I feel like whatever it is that you started, this business that you've got going on, it's the beginning. All right. So it's going to take a while, because you're only at a page. It'll be a while before you reach that Emperor status. But I think you can get there. All right. Just know it's going to take time. Ethereal Moonlight, welcome in. How are you? What do you need to know right now? Shoot, I don't know, Ethereal. Let's find out. What does Ethereal Moonlight need to know right now? Yeah, I'm like, you're off to a good start, Sandy. I like it. Tomorrow Carnivore, welcome in from Finland. I got your message. I hope you got mine. I was talking earlier at the very beginning. I was talking about how, you know, if you're going to read tarot, learn the Rider-Waite, okay? And yes, go learn tarot. You would love it. All right. All right, let's see. All right, Ethereal Moonlight. Focus, focus, focus. Let's see what's going on for you. Excuse me. Ooh, the Magician reversed. The Hierophant reversed. All right, so listen, if you're trying to find a way to break free of a situation, you know, you can't force it. All right, Ethereal Moonlight, you can't force it. When we have the Magician coming in reverse, all right, this is manipulation. This is us manipulating something that we really want, you know, but sometimes when we have this energy of manipulation, we're forcing things, you know. I mean, it's one thing to manifest. It's another thing to manipulate. So I'm feeling like in trying to manipulate, you know, this sense of who you are, or being who you are, or a situation where you want to be free, you know, you need to manifest it and not manipulate it. I hope that resonated for you. All right, Ethereal, that's what I got for you. All right, you can't make that stuff up. So, Termor, you came out as the Knight of Wands. You know, and I added to the description of the Knight of Wands because the Knight of Wands, aside from all of what you had written down, is an energy of exploration and being the life of the party. And when you show up, people love it. You know, you just got that kind of fire and light to you that with the Knight of Wands, people are just like, yeah, everything can get going now. I mean, it's a great vibe to be the Knight of Wands. So I like that for you. Toxica, what's going on? Dan reached out to you, but you're still not sure about how he feels. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. He said people who connected the way we did don't wander on Earth. He said he still wants to be friends. What does that mean? Let's see, Toxica. What does that mean? People who connected the way we did don't wander on Earth. Let's find out. What was Dan really up to? What are his intentions? What in the world does that mean? All right. Four of Swords to the Page of Pentacles reversed to the Death card. So, you know, the problem, you know what it means? It means he can't end it. Okay. We have the Death card coming out and he shows up as a Page of Pentacles reversed. It's just, he can't end it. Well, you, I feel as if you have already started to move on. You're in the energy of the Four of Swords. You know, and what will follow, I feel, if he pushes it, is a fight. You know, because I just feel like you just can't do it anymore. I mean, honestly, Toxica, I just feel like, you know, people who connected the way we did, you know, that's kind of like trying to you know, guilt trip you into saying that, oh, well, you know, we had something so incredible that we can't not be friends, you know. So he can't end it, I think, is what that actually means. You know, and, you know, it's just some people emotionally don't know how to move on, you know, and learn the lessons of a relationship. And I just feel as if, you know, there's a part of him that's pretty immature. So that's what I got for you, Toxica. Miriam. Oh, I like it. All right, Miriam. Let's see. To Santa Muerte, it's a tea light. Folded the paper under the light, made a prayer, asking clarity to... Gotta get your hands dirty. You crack me up. So, Termor, have you heard of using pine pitch? Pine pitch as protection, taking it and diluting it into some water and then taking it and sprinkling it around your house for protection. Just thought you might like that one. All right, Loretta. What's going on, Loretta? How are you? Oh my gosh, let's see. Sean. Is Sean going to want to talk to you next? Hi, Happiness. Welcome in. All right, Loretta, let's find out. When will Sean want to talk to Loretta next? Ooh, Justice. I don't like it, Loretta, because, you know, this could bring up legal issues, legal matters, and I feel arguing could happen between you and Sean. Yeah. I think, you know, he's got his eye on something that you might have too. Just be careful, because when the Justice card comes out, you know, we do see these two cats fighting. There could be some legal issues. I just feel as if, you know, the next time you do talk, it's not going to be a nice casual cup of coffee between two friends, all right? I just have to say that, all right, Loretta? I'm sorry. I wish I could say you something else. Happiness. When is Happiness going to meet their soulmate? Grateful, thankful for Happiness. When is Happiness going to meet their future soulmate? How are you guys? You having a good day? I hope so. Hi, lovely. Life, Katie. Nice to see you too. All right, let's see. We're looking for happiness. Happiness. We're all looking for happiness. Happiness. Oh, look at this. Ace of Cups. I think you're going to meet him soon. You know? When are you going to meet your future soulmate? I mean, look, we start out here. So, you know, if you haven't met someone, or if you just recently met someone, this could be the person. You know, because we have these two beautiful birds, you know, kind of getting married in the background. So I got to tell you, Happiness, I think it's going to happen soon. And you're going to be really, really happy. Life, Katie. Let's find out when you're going to get married. Grateful, thankful for Life, Katie today. What can you tell me to tell Life, Katie around when she's going to get married? Life, Katie would like to know. Inquiring minds want to know. See, we're all invested. So you think I'm just answering a question for you, but we're all now. Gotta find out. Are you going to get married soon? Yes or no? All right, let's see. All right, Ten of Wands reversed to Two of Cups. I don't see you getting married right away. All right, I feel as if, you know, right now, Ten of Wands coming in reversed. You've got a lot on your plate, and I don't think, you know, a relationship is right now happening. Maybe it was you had a relationship with someone, and it was just, it really weighed you down. We do have the Star card. I do feel like you will eventually find someone, but I think you've got to really let go of this past relationship that, you know, did a lot. I mean, you've got to process this, and you got to find yourself again, but you will find somebody eventually to marry. All right? Yeah, Leah, how are you? Oh, wait, Lovely. Let me turn to my friend Lovely over here. Nice to see you, Julia. All right, Lovely. Am I seeing any good news in love and finances coming towards you anytime soon? What's a good word for Lovely? 1111. She's got that portal door right open. Right, Lovely? All right, let's find out. Any good news coming towards Lovely? Love, career. Give me the tea. Good news. Oh, maybe we should pull one of those cards for you, Lovely. Oh, I do feel like you are going to meet someone. All right. So you're going to meet someone, but I feel like you're going to be at a distance. Maybe they don't live around you. They could live somewhere else. Could be somebody from your past who may return. We do have the Ten of Swords coming in reversed. Could be somebody that you dealt with in the past that you never really ended things. Because, listen, we're in Mercury retrograde, and this kind of stuff comes up. Let's get one more card for you. Five of Cups. Yeah, I'm wondering whether or not there's someone, Lovely, you know. I mean, I want to see good news for you, but I see you in this Five of Cups. You know, don't wait for anyone, all right? And If it's not over, make it over, because I just feel as if, you hanging on to this Knight of Wands with this Ten of Swords and not ending it is leaving you feeling heavy and keeping you from, good things to come. You've got to make room and space for the good to come in, and if we're all bogged down with the past and this guy and oh my gosh, there's no room for anything good to come in. So let go of whatever the past was that weighed so heavy on you, maybe somebody you haven't spoken to in a while, and open yourself up to someone new. And then I think you will find love, all right? But it's going to be up to you. There's 2 cups over here, but if you're going to keep focusing on this past person, you're going to miss that opportunity. All right, lovey? So that's what I've got for you. Leah, how are you? You have unintentional hurt someone who means a lot to you. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been in that boat. I know those shoes. But you don't know how they're feeling. What do you think is happening or will happen? Oh my gosh, Leah, let's find out. All right, Leah needs to know how they're feeling. She did an oops and realizes it. What is going on with this person? How are they really feeling? One more shuffle for you. All right, Leah. Let's see. King of Wands. I think they're moving on. Okay, these are really strong and powerful cards. And I think even though you may have hurt them, I think you kind of told them, I'm moving on. I've got things to do. I don't feel any hard feelings. I mean, honestly, I feel like, if you want to make things good again, they might point some things out that you might have to take a gulp, and digest. But I feel like this is all going to work out, all right? And I just got water under the bridge, all right? So I feel like, give it a little bit of space. Give it a little space. And then you can reapproach it, and I think it'll be okay. All right, yeah? Julia, you got a question? Will you receive your inheritance? Oh, I sure hope so. Julia is looking for the inheritance. Will Julia receive this inheritance? I'm assuming maybe soon, right? Maybe soon. Yeah, look. Here we have the 6 of Cups, so that's about memories, nostalgia, and, it comes up upright. And I feel as if, somebody's going to hand it to you. Yeah, I think you're going to get it, and I think you'll get it relatively soon. Probably within the next 6 weeks is what I'm feeling. Could be 6 months, but I'm feeling 6 weeks. Anyway, I hope so. That'd be really, really great. Bunny 26, hi, Roxanne. What is the cause of your stomach problems? Oh, no. You're welcome, Julia. Oh, no. What's coming up as Roxanne's stomach problems? Nerves. Are you nervous and anxious? I was getting nerves. You could be a lot like me. I feel things in my stomach. Do you know what I mean? Like, if something, if I don't like something, boy, it starts right from my stomach. If something doesn't smell good, oh my gosh, I could lose my cookies quick. But I feel as if, there is something too, what's going on with your stomach that you need to let go of. So yeah, like here, look at this card. Do you see this? This is temptation. So it's a food thing. So watch what you eat, because I feel like, you could be tempted to, eat things that aren't good for you. So watch that. But I do feel like it's a combination of nerves, anxiety, stress, and you are eating something that is not good for you. It could be a sweet. I don't know if you have a sweet tooth, maybe if you're drinking. I mean, you have some kind of an allergy to a food allergy. So it's going to take a doctor to pull that one out. But, just start like eliminating one thing at a time, and just kind of, you can test yourself, You can be like, well, maybe if I stop, having cream in my coffee, and try that for a few days, and, it's like, no, my stomach still hurts. So put the cream back in the coffee, right? try something else. Oh my gosh. Anyway. So carnivore, you want to know how better you can serve Santa Muerte and Bella. Is that what it is? Let's find out. Let's find out what the cards have to say to you, my friend. Grateful, thankful for the messages for carnivore. Turomir. Is that how you say your name? I don't know how to say your name. Wants to know how better you can serve Santa Muerte and the bee. What have we got? Oh, look at this. They want you to be very tuned in and creative. Page of Cups, okay? Here's the lesson for you. All right, so the Page of Cups. This is starting something you love to do. So I think you really love what you are doing. You know, this is a very intuitive energy. And I feel like you could actually, you know, probably do some work where something that you create you could do it like, you know, like I'm a painter, and a lot of times, you know, my paintings are a little prophetic. And I think, you know, I think the channeling through a creative process is what they would like to do with you. So open yourself up, you know, and find maybe it's just automatic writing, maybe it's painting, maybe it's, you know, just, you know, poetry, something. But I feel like there is a way that they want to really connect with you via your creative senses. All right. All right. All right, you guys. So listen, I think that wraps everyone up. You know, it's been great. It's been a good time. But anyway, I will be back. I'll probably be back tomorrow, believe it or not, to do the weekly, because Monday I'm very busy. So if I can, I'm going to try to come back tomorrow, and I'll be back here, and we'll do the weekly, you know, kind of read for the week and see what's going on. You know, and yeah, to kind of check in there and read some more cards, and we'll just do this all over again. All right, listen, blessings to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for the super chats. Really appreciate it. You know, be happy, be healthy, be kind to one another, and I will see you all at the next read. All right, until then, be well. Bye.